guys haven't taken my class before, my name is Dustin. So yeah, we're gonna do a quick 25 minutes, just kind of stretch it out, get a couple of movements going for you guys to get your body kind of recharged for the rest of the day. Okay, so we're actually gonna start down on the ground. So if you guys have a mat set up or you have a towel on the floor, just set it down here. If you don't have anything and you're comfortable going on the floor, go ahead and do that too. Okay, we're gonna start down in this child's pose. Okay, so we're gonna have our feet down here. We're gonna sit back on our feet, and then we're gonna slowly fall forward. So we get as far down as we can. Okay, just get nice and flat to the floor. Okay, get your arms elongated as far out as you can. Okay, head between your arms, look down at the ground. Okay, and then work in some breathing in here. So we're gonna go deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're gonna try and get over to the ground. Just get as low as you can, as low as you're comfortable getting. Okay, just hang out down there for about another minute. And relax. Welcome everybody. Okay, so back in that child's pose. Okay, we're just holding, relaxing. Okay, we got about 15 seconds. Okay, relax. We're gonna stretch out our calves a little bit. So you got a couple of options here. Basically, it's gonna be the two different ways that we can kind of hold a plank, whether it's from your hands, like you're doing a push-up, okay, or it's gonna be down on your forearms. Yeah, the difference here is that going down on your forearms isn't gonna put as much tension into your shoulders. Okay, so it'll take some load off your shoulders. So it's an option for you. Okay, but what we're gonna do is either get on our hands like this, and we're gonna stretch one leg. So if you guys see my foot, I'm gonna take my left heel and I'm gonna drag it down towards the floor. Okay, just stretching out that one calf, and then like I said, if you guys like, we can go down on the forearms and do that same thing. We're still gonna get that same stretch. Okay, hopefully it's just kind of taking some of that pressure off of your shoulders. Okay, so get into that stretch for me here. Okay, another option you guys have, if you guys are comfortable down there, stay down there. Another option you guys have, I'm gonna walk over to this wall. Okay, you're just gonna stick your toes up on the wall here, and you're gonna lean into it as far forward as you can. Okay, the key is to have the heel still planted to the floor, toes up on the wall, then you're gonna lean your weight into that leg. Okay, you should feel a very similar stretch there. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Okay, so if you did your left leg with me in the first one, you go to your right. Okay, if you already stretched out your right, do your left now. I want you to hold it for about 15 more seconds. Ooh, it's hot today. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. I want you guys to relax. We're going to sit down into this 90-90 stretch here. Okay, so I'll show you guys from this front angle, and I'll turn to the side as well. Okay, but if you guys have never taken a class with me before, if you have, then you should know already what we're doing. If not, I will go over it again. So 90-90 is pretty much the angles that we're going to create with our legs. Okay, so I'm facing my right leg right now with my torso and upper body. What I'm going to do is look down, straight down my hip, and I'm going to angle my leg into a 90-degree angle here. Okay, so just like this. And then what I'm going to do is turn to my left hip now, so my back hip. Okay, so I'm going to turn the upper body that way. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Okay, forming a 90-degree angle this way. So now we got 90 here, 90 here. Okay, from side view, it'll look something like this. Okay, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. Okay. First thing we're going to do is turn towards that front leg. Okay, hands sprawl out to the side. Okay, so one next to your foot, the other one next to your knee. And you're slowly going to slide them out to the outside of your body. Okay, crawling your fingers out, lowering your chest to your shin. Okay, just get as low as you can go. And lower the bender here. Main thing is we're staying pain-free. So if we get low and it starts to get a little painful, and maybe we gotta come back up a little bit. Okay, but if it's tolerable, try and hang out down there for a good bit. You should get a nice good stretch out of this, hopefully. Okay, like I've said in the past, with any of these stretches that we do, for most of them we can get pretty low into the stretch. So if you're not already all the way down to the ground, maybe with your nose kind of hovering off the ground, what I want you to do is take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to try and crawl your fingers out even further, lower your chest even further towards the ground. Okay, so say I'm stuck like here, I'm going to take a deep breath in, exhale, maybe a little bit lower, and I'm going to take another deep breath in. I'm going to do it again. Until I get as low as I can while staying in my comfort zone. Okay. So we'll hold this for 5 more seconds at that bottom range. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take this front leg that we just stretched out a little bit, and we're going to straighten it out. Other leg's going to stay right where it is. Okay, so try and keep that knee down if you can. Okay, straighten the other leg out, and then we're just going to take opposite side arm and reach towards that foot as far as we can. Okay. You can use your offhand to push, so plant it into the ground behind you, and push your body forward with that hand, and then just reach as far as you can. Okay. You should feel a nice little stretch here in your hamstrings. The straighter you can keep this leg, the more stretch you're going to get. Okay, so do your best to keep it as straight as possible. If it bends a little bit, you'll still get a little stretch, but not as much. It's okay though. Okay, now we're going to fold that front leg back in at that 90-degree angle. Okay. Now we're going to work those hips again. This is a really good one. That's why I do this one a lot. Just working your hips in this little half circle. So if you think of your hip socket as something that can go circumduction, so that bone in the hip socket can essentially work in a full circle range. Okay. So what we're going to do here this is the easier version of doing this. Is we're going to keep our legs where they are. We're going to put our hands behind us like this. Okay, knees will lift off the ground, so it's okay. Okay, so we're going to lean back into our hands. And we're going to lift our toes off the ground. Okay, heels stay down. Okay, so heels will stay down on the ground. If you guys focus on my hips here, I'm trying to draw these little half circles. Okay, starting from the ground. Then we're going to go half circles the other way. Okay, heels stay down. And then I'm rotating through. And then I want you to lift that back hand off the ground and lean into it a little bit. And then we'll reset the hands behind us on the floor. And then we'll lean into it. Yeah, let's just slowly go back and forth here. Okay, focus less on just kind of going through the motion and really focus on the hips and how the hips are moving within your sockets. Okay, just drawing little half circles just like that. Okay. If you guys want to make it a little harder, okay, what you're going to do is lift your hands off the ground. Okay, now we're not leaning back anymore, so we have less room to move. Okay. If you guys are comfortable with the hands down, keep doing those as I'm talking here. Okay, this is just a little more of a challenge for some of us if we want it. Okay, so hands come off the ground. And we're sitting regular, up nice and tall here. Okay, and I'm gonna have my arms out to the side. And as I lift, I'm gonna go up on my heels again. Okay, and then I'm shifting through without leaning back or using our hands. Okay, this one's a little more challenging. It's gonna feel a little bit tighter in your hips. Okay, if your hips are a little tight, it's okay. Also with this one, you're going to be moving a little bit off your center point. Okay, so just be aware of that and you can kind of come back to your mat if you're using one. Okay, just give me about 2 more each way. Okay, whether our hands are on the ground or doing that one I just showed you. Okay, and then when we're done, we should be facing the other way. Okay, so after doing those hip rotations, now we're just going to end them on the other side. Okay, now my other leg's in front. I am still set up in this 90-90 setup. And now we're going to focus on the other side. Okay, so lead with the chest, back down to the leg, hands out to your side. Okay, crawl those fingers out. Just get as low as you can. Okay, and then focus on your breathing techniques if we can. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and try and get yourself a little bit closer to the ground if you can. Okay, make sure your knees stay on the ground as well. Try not to let your knees lift up. And we're going to stay down here for about 15 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. Okay, now we're going to straighten out that front leg again. Okay, so other leg straightened out. We can use our off hand here to push ourselves forward. And just reach as far as we can, keeping this leg here straight as we can. A little bit of bend is okay if we need to. Okay, again, we're focusing on this stretch and this hamstring down the bottom half of your thigh. Okay, so just reach as far as we can there. Always staying within our comfort zone, making sure we're staying pain-free. Okay, relax. Okay, we're gonna try something here for your back hip. Okay, what I want you guys to do, the key here, obviously with the rest of them, is making sure that knee stays down. So I want you guys on your back leg to focus on your knee staying as flat as the ground as you can. So we're emphasizing actually driving that knee into the floor. And all we're gonna do is lean back as far away from that knee as you can while keeping it down on the ground. You should feel a nice pull right in this upper part of your thigh, more kind of connected to your hip muscles here. Okay, so just lean back, drive that knee into the ground. Okay, we're actively pushing that knee into the ground here. Okay, just to provide a little bit of tension. Okay, you should feel a nice little pull right here. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, we're going to switch back to the other side and hit that one there as well. So flip the hips over, back in that 90-90 positioning. Okay, we'll extend that front leg. Okay, driving knee into the ground. We're just going to lean away. So all I'm doing is kind of sliding my hands out from this part right here. Okay, you might feel a stretch in your quads as well, okay, which is okay. Okay, but we're focusing on driving that knee into the ground, and that should provide a little more stretch up towards the top. Okay, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you guys didn't quite feel that in your hips, I'm going to give you one more here. Okay? We've done this one in the past, over the last week that I've been doing these classes. So all I'm doing here is folding my mat out just to give my knees cushion. Okay, if you don't have this, if you're at home, grab a pillow or something. If you have a towel with you, fold it up a few times as well. Throw it under one knee. Okay. And then put that other foot out in front. Okay. So this is our setup here. We're going to do just another quick stretch for the hips. That's another good one that I like. Okay, so all we're going to do, we're going to get nice and long with this front leg. Put the foot out in front a good bit. Okay, so instead of being like close like this, I'm going to have my foot out in front so that I can lean my body into this leg. Okay, so with this knee down leg, what I'm going to do is actively push my weight forward. Okay, as far as I can. So if you look at the angle of my thigh here, I'm going from vertical to this forward knee. Okay, I'm going as far as I can with this leg, feeling a stretch in that same area we were, hopefully feeling it on the ground. Okay, if you weren't, this is a really good one to get to target that area. Okay, so we're going to lean as far forward, pushing forward from the knee, and you're going to sit up nice and tall. Okay, if you have to use your hands and your thigh to push yourself away, okay, go ahead and do that just to keep you upright. Okay, if you guys want to add a little bit more dynamic to this stretch, what you're going to do is take the same side arm. So I have left leg down here. I'm going to take my left arm, and I'm going to reach up and over laterally. Okay, so I'm going to lean away from that hip as far as I can as I'm still pushing forward. So still pushing forward, sitting up tall, and also adding a little lateral lean. Okay, you should feel another pull. We're just adding to multi-directional pull here. Okay, so if you would like, you can do that. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing on this side. So we're pushing. Turn around. Okay, so we're pushing forward from this back hip as far as we can, creating that forward angle, that forward lean there. Okay, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Like I said earlier, use your hands to push away to keep you upright. And if you want, you can add this little lateral lean, where we're leaning away from this hip, still pushing forward, still sitting up nice and tall, and then leaning away from it. Okay, just making it a little more multi-directional. Okay, relax. I'm going to put my mat back out now. We're going to work into the upper body for a few more minutes before we call it a day. Okay, so what I want you to do, we're going to do some cat-cows, okay? So, knees under your hips, just like this, okay? And then we're going to go hands under your shoulders, wrists. Okay, so wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Again, we're just going to push up, away from the ground as far as we can, and real round. Okay, looking down on the ground between your arms. Then we're going to go the opposite way, where we're arching, looking up, squeezing your low back all the way through the upper back. And I just want you to go a nice steady pace all the way through each end range here. So maybe take about 5 seconds to get from one end range to the other. Okay, so for me, from this arched foot position here, I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I should be all the way up top. I'll hold that for a second, and then I'm going to go the other way, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold that for a second. Just go back and forth between those two. Give me about 3 more each direction. Okay. Okay. You guys can relax when you're done. I'm just gonna adjust this towards the wall again. Okay, we got one more thing I want you guys to try out. If you don't have a wall right now, you can do this after we're done here. Okay, so when I log off this webinar, you guys can try it on your own. Okay, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna focus on the shoulders a little bit up on the wall. Maybe I should use this wall here. Yeah. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is we're gonna try and get, my shoulders are a little tight personally, so visually this probably won't be the best example, but I'm gonna explain it to you and hopefully you can pick up on it that way. Okay, so what I want you to do is get your arms parallel to the floor. Okay, so something like this, elbows to the wall. Okay, from here, I want you to rotate back, keeping that elbow glued to the wall. You're gonna go from parallel to the floor and try and get all the way to the wall. Okay, you can either do one at a time like this, okay, or you can try both. Okay, parallel to the floor, and you're gonna rotate through your rotator cuff muscles and try and reach your wrist all the way to the wall. Okay, the key here is to try and keep your lower back glued to the wall as well. Okay, so from here, you're gonna try and keep lower back to the wall, elbows to the wall, and we're trying to rotate all the way up, as far back as we can go. Okay, give me about 10 of those, just nice and slow. Okay, so something like this. Okay, give me 10 each side, or 10 total if you're doing both at the same time. And once you finish that, we want to hold that position here. Okay, and then you're going to slide your arms up the wall like you're doing a shoulder press. Okay, so from here, I'm going to slide as high as I can, trying to reach back towards the wall. the entire time. Give me 10 of those, and you guys are all set. Okay? Thank you guys for joining me today. Try those out. Let me know how they feel for you. It's a nice little shoulder loosen up. Loosens up your shoulders a little bit, especially if your shoulders are tight like mine. So those are good for your shoulders to do. But yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Check out the list of classes and see what else we got on tap for the rest of the week for you guys. Hope you guys join us for those. Have a good one. See you guys.